The 3-0 undefeated Carolina Panthers travel to Dallas at 2-1. Dallas won a game against Philadelphia on Monday night. Another spectacular game by Dak Prescott in that game. He was 21-26 with 3 touchdowns. I've been so impressed with Dak Prescott, the way he's come back off the ankle injury, then off the shoulder injury earlier this season. He's completed, Coach, 77.5% of his passes on the season. It's been spectacular the way he's come back with the 6 touchdowns and the 2 picks. And then they found a new offensive weapon, a tight end, Dalton Schultz. Had a huge game, a career game with 6 receptions, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns against Philadelphia. I think when you look at this offense, it's going to be tough to stop. But here's the key. When you look at Carolina, number 1 total defense, number 1 scoring defense, number 1 run defense in the league. I think Matt Rule's done a terrific job with his football team to top to bottom, but his defensive coordinator, Phil Snow, has done an exceptional job defensively. On the offensive side of the ball, look at Sam Darnold. With the Jets, he couldn't do anything. With Carolina, he's undefeated on the season, completed 68% of his passes. But the other thing, I think Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, has done a terrific job with him. Even without Christian McCaffrey with a hamstring injury, he may not be able to go. They always find a way to move the ball. It's not a huge scoring offense, but he manages the offense extremely well. That's what Sam Darnold is. He can make the big throws when he has to, but he's smart enough to protect the ball and knows he doesn't have to make the big play for this team to win. Dallas is favored by 5 points in this game. I think it'll be closer than people think. I think Dallas ekes this game out, but I think the Carolina Panthers will keep it extremely close. I got Dallas winning this game 28-27.
Watching Dallas last week, watching them against the Tampa Bay Bucs in the opening game, I think they're playing as well as any team going on. Dak Prescott, you mentioned, 3 touchdowns, no turnover, but the running game was impressive. Elliott ran for 95 yards. It's been a long time since he's done that in 2 touchdowns. The first half, the Cowboys had 19 first downs. The Eagles had 1. That shows you how dominant they are. Diggs has a pick 6. Their defense getting better. Their offensive and defensive lines are absolutely outstanding. On the other hand, I have a lot of respect for Matt Rule and what the Panthers have done. I think Sam Donald's done a tremendous job last week, 304 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions. And he ran himself for 20-some yards. They have a good receiver, Moore, who had 8 receptions for 126 yards. And you mentioned their defensive statistics. That is fine, but it wasn't against a competition like the Dallas Cowboys. I think the Dallas Cowboys right now, Mark, are one of the 4 best teams in the NFL the way they're playing. I think the fact that you can't defend them. Do you play man coverage and then you can't cover the great receivers they have? You can't cover C.D. Lamb, and the list goes on and on. Or do you play too deep, then you can't stop the run? So I think the Cowboys cover 34, the Panthers 24.